We are doing a video about adding grip tape to a pistol frame. I'm going to show you some of the materials. I went to my local skate shop. You can order this stuff online. I'm sure there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different types of grip tape out there. Who knows? It's essentially just special sandpaper. But I chose, out of these two, this one, Mob Grip, M-O-B grip. It is unfortunately not made in America, but it is definitely the grippier of the two. The other one is called Jessup, the original. And other people may like this. There is nothing wrong with it, and I'm going to test it out in the future. But this is kind of the material. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but maybe from the sound you guys can hear that the MOB, the Mob Grip, is a little more aggressive. So I got that at Embassy Skate Shop, local here in Columbus. And what I did, I'll use a piece of paper to demonstrate. I'll go over here to show you guys. This is just one strip. This is just one rectangle placed over top. That's just a little square. This is another little rectangle piece, and everything is just copied on the back. And maybe you guys can tell that it is not a razor bladed job, and I didn't take a whole bunch of time to do it. And there's a reason behind that, and just to make everybody feel better. Empty, 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 no magazine. And the test, boom, nope. So, I'll show you guys on this piece of paper. So I took a piece of this grip tape, and we'll pretend that it's this paper. And I went over to the grip, and I just did a rough estimate, which would be right about there. And just did a quick, no measurements, strip like that of grip tape. Remember, this is grip tape. And then I went right here, and this is important, everyone. You don't want it to cover up any part of your magazine release. So right there at the bottom. And then I took the grip tape like that, and I found a natural line on the Glock where I liked it, and just did something like that. And if there is anything that's spilling over, like maybe that corner right there, you guys can see that. See how that's going over the border? Put that over there. Making sure not to cover up the magazine release. That's not spilling over. So, right there. That would be what you would do. I would have no problem. Looks good to me. So we would take the piece off, and there's going to be peely stuff, just like on many, many, many things that you've seen before, like any sticker you've ever ran into. You would just peel that stuff off the back and cut half of it off, so you have half of the peel sticking out and half of it is not. Make sure that's all lined up. Roll it on, and then this part, this half that has the sticky part down, would be stuck to this. Peel this part over, peel that off, and finally press it down, just like that. And then roll out to the edges, make sure everything is stuck down, and that is what will come out from it. The little natural grooves, the natural, it's not natural, but the stippling, the factory stippling, is something that I try to encapsulate, and there's no like, see, okay, this is what I was looking for. This little part of the stippling here is exposed, and it still doesn't have any problem with sealing. So you do not have to be crazy accurate with it, just maybe stay away from the back strap line here, because that is a deep groove, and that might present issues for peeling later. But if you stay away from that groove, where it would get abused is kind of put away in a different direction. So I also forgot to mention that there's a tiny little strip that I put under here, and that adds a little bit of traction for this part of your hand. Anyway, you do what we did on this side with the leftover grip tape. Line it up and do the exact same thing, staying away from the magazine release, so that the magazine release is completely away from the grip tape. You do not want any touching. And these little pieces are just as you would think. The little bit that's left over, let's see, if this was our other piece of grip tape, then this would be about what the other grip would look like. I put on that side, and you'd have this much left over. And you stay away from the pinholes, because you can't take it down without knocking your pins out. And you can do sharp designs like that if you want to. That could be there. So I know that I'm going to have rips, I'm going to have the stuff peel off, and I'm going to just put on a new piece, not worry about it. I kind of have the abuse mentality for good training. Like, I don't want to worry about anything that I've done to the gun. I just want to know that it works and go out and rock and roll. And here's the reason. I told you guys I would tell you why I don't take my time with doing this, is because grip tape is really cheap, but I don't see a point in really getting crazy with the grip tape and doing a really good job with it, because there's a high likelihood of it getting really wet, really oily, and some of it coming off, and you're just gonna have to redo it again, and it's gonna, to do a replacement thing real quick, it's gonna come out like that anyway. So just, I think it's better to just go straight to the point and get something that works, and just go out and shoot it and don't worry about it. There's 4 different ways to do traction on like a traction upgrade on a polymer pistol, and that's stippling. There is the stock, which I left the back strap here alone. I just like it that way. That is how it comes from the factory, and it's really completely fine until you get a little sweaty, or it's raining, or you have oil on your hands from oiling your gun. Then you need grip tape, or with grip tape, I want to stress to you, alcohol wipe, clean, and I use alcohol wipes, and they're perfect. On surfaces with the grip tape, the flatter it is, the better it works. You need scissors, alcohol wipes, grip tape in about 10 minutes. The reason I made this video is because I wish somebody would have told me that it can be this simple and work just as well. It just feels better in your hand, and you feel like you have more control over it. It's really nice. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope I covered everything. It's not a complicated thing. Just go at it and do it. Don't forget to try this. Do a little strip right here on the under part. I like that. Don't worry about the grooves in there or the back strap. What really counts is this main part, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then that underneath.